An idea discovered at a gym and developed into an app at a converted warehouse with a very modest beginning dominated the entire instant messaging platform, currently boasting a user base of 2.4 billion people, which is more than a quarter of the global population. Let's talk about the founding story of WhatsApp, its business model of generating millions of revenue even without running a single ad, and the sheer resilience of its founders which made all of this possible. First, look at this tweet by software engineer Brian Acton after his job application gets rejected at Facebook. Facebook turned me down. It was a great opportunity to connect with some fantastic people looking forward to life's next adventure. And this next adventure was the co-founding of WhatsApp along with his friend Jan Koum, which the very same tech giant Facebook later buys for an astronomical bid price of $19 billion. But before we get there, we gotta do some quick rewind. Brian Acton and Jan Koum started off their careers as software engineers at Yahoo for 9 years. Later on, they quit their jobs to apply at Facebook but gets rejected. They apply at Twitter and again gets rejected, and this is when Brian tweeted, "Got denied by the Twitter HQ, that's okay, would have been a long commute." Now, around this time, something very interesting happens. Jan starts going to the gym. And during his workout sessions, he starts getting annoyed for frequently missing calls on his iPhone and starts to think of a solution which would let his friends know when he got busy without having to inform each one of them individually. At the same time, the then 7-month-old App Store was about to spawn a whole new industry of applications, and this caught the attention of Jan. These factors inspired him to develop an app which allowed its users to let their friends know whether they were available or not by creating an easy-to-use feature called Status. And hence was born the very first version of WhatsApp. It did not have any kind of messaging or calling features, but simply displayed a short text showing what you are currently doing. And also, this explains the name WhatsApp because it sounded like "what's up," as in what your current status is. And a week later, on his birthday, on the 24th of February 2009, he incorporated WhatsApp at California. But it just didn't stop there. The app quickly became a major hit, and Jan really got innovative with the app. For instance, in June 2009, Apple updates their phones with push notifications which send reminders to users when they were not using an installed application. Jan immediately capitalized on this update by customizing it to suit WhatsApp in such a way that it sent push notifications to friends whenever a user changed the status on the application. This feature quickly became a channel for instant messaging where people started texting each other through statuses. For example, Alan would post "What's up, Kathy?" and Kathy would reply by changing her status at the office. And as this started to become a huge trend, Jan upgraded the app's operating model to an internet-based instant messaging application, and the popularity of the app simply skyrocketed. And there was a reason for this. See, as you might know, back in those days, the telecom companies in most countries charged a lot of money for sending SMS, and moreover, the calling rates were based on minutes per call. This was really expensive for the frequent user, and WhatsApp was the only alternative where users could text each other for free, besides the BBM or the BlackBerry Messenger. But in order to use BBM, you had to have a BlackBerry phone. So WhatsApp had a very clear advantage here. However, the startup did come with its own set of difficulties. Like most startups in its initial stage, WhatsApp faced the problems of raising funds for sustaining growth, and the founding team did all that they could to cut cost. They worked from a converted warehouse using cheap IKEA tables and even wore blankets for warmth so that they could invest all the money they could gather back into the app for its improvisation. They also saved a ton of money when it came to marketing, as they were already benefiting hugely from the word-of-mouth strategy, where existing users who were impressed with the quality and service of the app recommended it to their friends and family, and hence the user count kept rising. This network effect helped the company to grow massively. Initially, they had money coming in from investors who saw the potential of the app and also from selling shares, but even then, a major expense they had to cover was the cost for the verification SMS that had to be sent whenever a new user joined WhatsApp. Also, as the need for better servers and a larger team emerged over time, they were desperate to find a solid source of income to keep the app running. But even in the midst of all this, the founders did not compromise on the quality of the app by running ads or releasing paid features. They were interested only in the development and user satisfaction of the app, which they saw as their passion, and therefore they were not concerned about generating huge profits or obtaining its user data. And Acton made this very clear by sticking a note to his table which read, "No ads, no games, no gimmicks," showcasing the true intentions of the team. So eventually, the founders had to come up with a new business model in order to sustain the app's growth, and they did so by charging a $1 fee per year. But even then, the app still saw huge volumes of downloads, as newly introduced features now enable users to send media files through the platform, and the $1 business model became a success. By 2011, WhatsApp topped all the other apps in the App Store and it revolutionized the way people communicated. Investment companies like Sequoia Capital offered millions of dollars as investments and agreed to all of the terms that WhatsApp demanded. This helped the company receive the proper investment it needed for sustaining growth while keeping the investors away from meddling with the company's policy. But it wasn't to last long. Facebook soon entered the picture, and this is where WhatsApp began to truly fall apart.
Facebook has bought the mobile messaging service WhatsApp for $19 billion in cash and stock.
Facebook acquired WhatsApp in 2014 with an astronomical bid price of $19 billion, and the founders agreed to sell the app because the amount of money on the table was massive, and Zuckerberg promised them that they would still be allowed to run the app independently at Facebook. That is, there would be no interference in their work even after the acquisition. The entire WhatsApp team, including the two founders, now became Facebook employees, and WhatsApp became Zuckerberg's most significant acquisition and one of the biggest buyouts that Silicon Valley ever witnessed. But a very interesting thing is, WhatsApp was actually making consistent losses in the 9 months before its acquisition. Then why would a giant company like Facebook care to buy WhatsApp for a $19 billion price tag? Let me explain. Every WhatsApp account, as you might know, is connected to a mobile number, and mobile numbers are one of the most unique PII or personally identifiable information which helps to confirm an individual's identity. And in 2014 alone, the app had a whopping 450 million monthly active users, or in Facebook's perspective, 450 million unique contact numbers, and also the service kept adding around 1 million users every single day. With 70% of WhatsApp users being active on a daily basis, the app was projected to soon reach 1 billion users, and the rest is history. Fast forward to 2020, the app crossed the 2 billion user mark and is still counting. Now this is massive in the context of mobile device targeting, as Facebook now has device data of users directly tied to their contact numbers, and this change brings about an addition of more than 2 billion data points to Facebook's already massive ad engine that spans not only to Facebook but also to Instagram, Messenger and the Facebook Audience Network. Put simply, as Facebook gets more insight about who you are and are able to link your contact number with your device data, they are able to target you with more personalized ads, even if those ads never show up on WhatsApp. So deep down, things are not as transparent as it looks on the outside, where Zuckerberg and the company preaches a lot about their global mission of enhancing global connectivity through these internet services. And the founders, who are privacy activists, found themselves in constant conflicts with Facebook regarding WhatsApp's monetization plans and the sharing of WhatsApp user data with Facebook. This came into light in May 2017 when the European Commission fined Facebook a whopping £110 million for providing misleading information about the WhatsApp takeover. What happened is, Facebook falsely claimed it was technically impossible to automatically combine user data information of Facebook and WhatsApp, but it was later revealed that not only was this possible, WhatsApp was already sharing user data with Facebook for so many years. The founders couldn't stand any more of this kind of privacy breach and misuse of user data, and later in 2017, Brian Acton quit Facebook despite having to suffer losses worth millions of dollars in stock, followed by Yankum calling quits a few months later. See, the founders respected the privacy of their users right from the founding days and stood against anything that could cause a breach in it. Brian soon started to address the issue to the public and started voicing his concerns regarding the privacy breach. He even went on to say, "I sold my users' privacy, I made a choice and a compromise, and I live with that every day." He didn't just stop there. Brian went on to create Signal, a non-profit application to compete against WhatsApp, which had similar features but focused more on security and data privacy. Talk about competing against something that you originally created. And his motive here was to keep the original idea he had when founding WhatsApp. There is an app that wouldn't worry about making profits and therefore wouldn't compromise on the privacy policy of its users. Facebook now had total control of WhatsApp and came up with some strategic revenue generation plans for this platform by introducing the WhatsApp Business app, the Business API, followed by the WhatsApp Pay services. The Business app facilitates users to create business profiles where they can add their products or services and link their official websites, Facebook pages, etc. to this profile, which helps businesses to increase its reach by scaling communication with customers and providing them direct services. Now the API in WhatsApp Business, which stands for Application Programming Interface, acts as a medium between businesses and consumers by providing services like sending shipping confirmations, appointment reminders, and even book tickets, to name a few. WhatsApp also charges these large businesses for slow replies, which means they are able to respond to messages of users for free up to 24 hours, after which a fee will be charged. The app has also launched the WhatsApp services in many parts of the world, enabling users to make payments within WhatsApp. The service does not charge money for normal users, but payments made through the business app is charged with a transaction fee of 3.99% per transaction. According to Forbes, these business models have generated billions of dollars in revenue for WhatsApp. Facebook is also in serious talks to run ads, where the status tab in WhatsApp might eventually host ads the same way Instagram is hosting ads between stories. So from a simple messaging platform created by two people who wanted to provide something of real value to the world, WhatsApp has now evolved to the likes of the modern times at the hands of Facebook. And now let us wait and see what the future holds in store for the app yet. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, I request you to please consider subscribing, because a small click from your side would serve as a huge motivation for me to make contents like this in the future. Thank you.